prepared within you. This is a feminine pronoun within you. Oh, Tyre, Lucifer. The beauty was prepared on the day of his creation, that is, when he was born or when he was created as the most beautiful angel. Are angels beautiful? Certainly. It has never been in the imagination of humans because their creator is so beautiful. God is the unlimited beauty and the creator of all beings. All qualities of beauty in his art already exist beforehand. More perfect and beautiful within him, the artist. The effect cannot be greater than the cause. You cannot give what you do not possess. Angels are more similar to God than anything in this world. Therefore, angels are far more beautiful than anything in the world, which is why people might have worshipped angels as gods in ancient times. But how can angels be more beautiful if they don't have bodies? Because the spirit has greater potential than the body for good and evil, beauty and ugliness. That's why Mother Teresa is more beautiful than Madonna. Just as Lucifer is uglier than Stalin, Archangel Michael is more beautiful than Michael Jordan even in movement. Among the princes of angels or the leading leaders, there is one in a special place in heaven among the cherubs guarding on the holy mountain of God, meaning he has a great position. Moreover, the cherub guarding him is likened to the king of Tyre or the king of Babylon, indicating significant power. This same being is referred to as the morning star, and son of dawn, meaning a creature of light-carrying brightness. That's why, in Latin, this creature is called Lucifer, bearer of light. Not everyone uses the term Lucifer uniformly. It's a product of interpretation. Jews have their own term, Samael, Hebrew Samael, meaning venom of God, poison of God, or blindness of God. Samael is seen as an important archangel in Talmudic lore, associated with accusation, seduction, and destruction, regarded as both good and evil. Jews do not rely on Vulgate or KJV, so they don't use the name Lucifer. Nonetheless, using the name Lucifer for the angelic figure, like the king of Tyre in Ezekiel 28, is acceptable, as this being was created almost perfect and described as the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. Ezekiel 28:11. Approaching the glory of God. Then arose the merchant's heart. Ezekiel 28:16, which is speculation to disobey the limits of his power and leave his dwelling place. Jude 1-6. To pursue the desire to exalt himself above the stars of God, wanting to rule over all other angels and be like the Most High. Isaiah 14:13-14, aspiring to be like God himself. He is an extraordinary angel, and one of the mighty princes of angels. He surpasses other angels by far. Michael and other angels also have specific functions and powers, but Lucifer may not be surpassed by them. Your likeness. You were perfect in wisdom and perfect in beauty. But it seems that the beauty given to him as a pure spirit reached its peak within him. Nothing more could be added. He is complete, perfect in his kind. He appears wise and happy. Just like Adam in his purity, you were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering. You lived in paradise throughout your life, fully enjoying everything good to eat or pleasing to the eye, and had uncontested power over everything around you, just like Adam. An example of Lucifer's splendor is that he is likened to surpassing all other angels in adornment. He has the most adornments, being the one who engages the most in trading. As he did, you are full of every precious stone. There are various precious stones, but he has all kinds of them, and possesses them so abundantly that besides what is stored in his treasury and what adorns his crown, he also embellishes his garments with these gemstones. The gemstones become his covering. Indeed, he walks amidst these shining gemstones, that is, these precious gemstones that glitter and sparkle like fire. His attire is surrounded by adornments, so he walks among them, imagining himself as magnificent as if, like God, he is surrounded by so many angels compared to flames. And if he admires precious gemstones to the point of considering them bright like the angels, it's no wonder that he admires himself so much to think of himself as great as God. 9 types of precious stones are mentioned here, all of which are found on the breastplate of the high priest. Perhaps these stones are specifically mentioned here because Lucifer, in his pride, used to speak specifically about them and inform the angels around him with foolish delight. These are the precious stones. Their value is such and such, and their virtues are like this and that. Thus, he was rebuked for his arrogance. Gold is mentioned last, as an item much lower in value than those precious stones, and he used to speak of gold according to its value. Another aspect that made him think of paradise is that he considered the angels who sing to God as singing for his glory. His creation is extraordinary, and all that beauty is prepared for him. Prepared within you. This is a feminine pronoun, within you. Oh, Tyre Lucifer. The beauty was prepared on the day of his creation, that is, when he was born or when he was created as the most beautiful angel. The beauty was made with the purpose of celebrating the joys of his birth or the day of his consecration. He glorified himself in all these, wanting all the angels who came to see his throne to pay attention to it. A place near the cherub who guards or protects was given to him. He even saw himself as a guardian angel for his follower angels. So bright, so strong, so loyal, appointed to hold this position and qualified for it. He felt like an anointed king, and the cherubs protected him with their 6 powerful wings. His elevation came from God. I have appointed you for this. He believed he could guard the Garden of Eden, rule over it, and fulfill his assigned duties until the creation of Adam, to whom the power over the Garden of Eden was given. He felt disregarded, and a rebellious heart arose. Lucifer appeared in great splendor, like the high priest when wearing the robe of glory and beauty on the holy mountain of God. You were like the leader of the sacred house, built on that holy mountain. You indeed appeared equally great and noble and charismatic, like the high priest walking in the sacred house, adorned with precious gemstones to Chronicles 3-6, wearing his robe with gemstones on the chest and shoulders. In this, he seemed to walk amidst shining gemstones. Such was the glory of Lucifer. At least, he considered himself as such.